Tag TV and Tag Radio be seen and heard by both technology users and technology producers throughout the state of Georgia and around the world. Low cost, big benefits, powerhouse online branded video and audio has arrived. Tag TV, Tag Radio, there's a lot more to know. This edition of Tech Talk is brought to you by GlobalSpeak.com, new media consultants, corporate video and audio communications, video and audio production and distribution, live and virtual event production. Tag TV and Tag Radio is a service of GlobalSpeak.com, creatively delivering powerful marketing, video, and audio solutions. 50 grand. That's right, $50,000 in cash and over $400,000 in services. The judges have announced the final four from an original number of 80 companies that went through the early rounds. But now it's right up to the semifinals where 10 were selected, and then there were 4. It's back, it's bigger, and it's better than ever. The 2012 TAG Business Launch Competition. Since founded to support Georgia's borough-going startup community in 2006, it has become one of the largest competitions of its kind in the United States, awarding over the years $450,000 in cash and over $1 million in donated services. Greetings, everyone. This is a special 2012 TAG Business Launch Tech Talk series, exclusive interviews with this year's finalists you simply will not want to miss. An all-star panel of judges from venture capital and investment firms from Boston, Menlo Park, California, Vienna, Virginia, and Atlanta studied, drilled, and gave hard questions for over 2 days to the presenters, narrowing the 10 semifinals to 4 remaining companies gearing up for the big competition at 4 p.m. till 8 p.m. on May the 24th. America, this is your Final Four launch competition. Finalist fighting to win $50,000 in cash and over $400,000 in services, and only one, to be awarded the grand prize of all, to be named the TAG 2012 Business Launch winner. Bright Light Systems Incorporated, LED and LEP solid-state lighting technology, energy-efficient lighting, fixtures, and energy data management solutions. Collector Dash, a social mobile e-commerce platform for manufacturers and sellers of collectible items. IdeaString, socialized innovation and collaboration platforms for the enterprise. And SalesLoft, leveraging the power of the Internet and CRM data to speed up client sales cycles and close more deals. It's Friday, May 11th, and next up to the Tech Talk exclusive TAG Business Launch Final Four, Tino interviews Kyle Porter, founder of SalesLoft. To put it simply, Kyle likes to sell. He has sold items as grand as the world's largest digital signage display and as small as to his second-grade sales of bubblegum to his classmates. Legend has it that he once covered his Las Vegas expenses by selling a domain name in his hotel lobby. In 2011, he partnered with David Cummings to help sales-obsessed professionals like them to sell more. SalesLoft was born. Today, Kyle heads product management, marketing, sales, and operations of SalesLoft. In the rarefied moments when Kyle is not selling, he is an active member of the Advanced Technology Development Center at Georgia Tech and is also involved in the nonprofit organization High Tech Ministries. A native of Atlanta, a grad from Georgia Tech, America, the second of your Final Four. Meet Kyle Porter as Tino Tech Talk's business launch finalist, SalesLoft.
Kyle, thank you for joining me on Tech Talk today.
All right, thanks for having me.
Well, congratulations, first of all. We started out with 80-plus companies in the business launch competition this year. We're down to the Final Four, and SalesLoft is one of them. How does that make you feel?
Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much. It's an honor, and certainly we're proud to be a part of the organization and proud to be a part of the community.
Well, let's jump right in. Tell our listeners a little bit about SalesLoft. What do you guys do? What's your mission, and where do you stand today?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're Atlanta software company, and our focus is on providing business applications to sales professionals to help them speed up their sales cycles and close more deals. And we do that by providing sales professionals with a level of data intelligence that's appended to their CRMs. So basically we go out on the web on a daily basis and gather all kinds of information that matters to sales professionals and then feed it to them in a way that helps them connect with customers, identify the right customers, and create new prospect opportunities.
And does this work with any CRM system, or is there particular ones that you guys use?
Yeah, it certainly could. At the moment, we're actually focused on working directly with Salesforce.com customers.
Yeah.
They're the largest CRM in the marketplace, and we're aligned really tightly with them. We're actually listed in their App Exchange program. We've gone through their security review, and earlier in the year we're granted the award of Customer Choice for the App Exchange. So we've got a really strong partnership with them, and we're focused on building out relationships in that Salesforce.com ecosystem. But the technology is totally scalable to other CRMs as well.
Now, I know you've been on the sales side yourself, so is that how you came up with this idea, or what was the origin of this idea?
It is, yes. So I've been selling for my entire career, and I've always been looking for ways to gather new knowledge, intelligence, data, and information so that I could get ahead. And some of that would happen through setting up Google Alerts, monitoring blogs, news feeds, social media streams. And so there's all this research that you can do manually as a sales professional, and it's our goal to turn that into an automated engine so that it can provide you value without requiring that heavy amount of time and effort spent.
Well, and I guess everybody that's into certainly sales, and most businesses are, and certainly if they're using Salesforce is a customer. But if you were to define your perfect customer, what might that look like?
Yeah, so it's absolutely a Salesforce.com client at the moment, but it's technology companies, and it's companies that are within a certain revenue range. Right now we're focused on organizations between $1 million in capital raised or revenue on up to $250 million in revenue. So we're on the smaller side of the enterprise market right now, with the goal being to, after we fully infiltrate that market, to be able to move upstream.
I guess, would you also say that are the larger companies better prepared with their own resources, or not necessarily so? You would think so, but maybe that's not the case in terms of their sales teams and having the kinds of things you provide.
Yeah, I'd say that companies seem to be equally unprepared for sales intelligence at the moment.
Yeah.
I think a lot of organizations are doing this stuff manually. We've read research reports that state that companies are spending, or sales professionals are spending, up to 20% of their time in manual research, and that's regardless of the size of organization. So it's our goal to reduce that time spent in research and increase the amount of opportunities that can come when you're properly using data to sell.
And are you far enough along to talk about a success story or two?
Yeah, absolutely. So we launched the company in September of last year, and we had our first working model product out the door in less than 60 days, had it in the hands of customers, and charged our first customer before the end of the year last year. But since then, we've been growing sales weekly, and we've got a number of companies that are letting me know on a weekly basis that they've either closed deals, signed up new opportunities, or set meetings in place that they never could have without the SalesLoft alerts and the SalesLoft intelligence engine. One particular story that I like to tell is a company in town named Rigor, and they're a web performance management software company. So what they do is speed up e-commerce sites. And we went from their old method where they were going through every e-commerce company and cold calling down a list to identifying the perfect prospects for them and then putting this SalesLoft intelligence system in place so that they could identify companies that were well more targeted, and they had their highest quarter of earnings by speeding up leads to opportunities 4x by using our intelligence tools.
Well, that's great. Do you have some milestones that you're setting at this point? I mean, where do you want to be, say, a year from now? What are you looking at?
Yeah, absolutely. So we mentioned kind of coming to market, and those were good milestones for us to launch the product and the business. Another big milestone was the relationship with Salesforce.com that I alluded to earlier. We were able to navigate the App Exchange landscape and the security review landscape in a very short period of time. And then on top of that, have had the honor of being part of some amazing programs put on through TAG as well. So the business launch competition, obviously, this is a big milestone for us, being one of the top businesses in the state in terms of launching our company. We were honored to be part of the top 40 and top 10 most innovative companies through TAG as well, which was amazing for us. And we've added a lot of customers on board that have told us that we're doing a good job of solving a lot of their sales problems. So I think customer satisfaction is our number one most important thing, but also the community feedback and market response to what we're doing has been fantastic.
Well, knowing you for a number of years now, Kyle, I know that you're a student of the ecosystem in respect to building a company, whether you were in a company or now in your new role as founding and leading a company. What would you say about the Atlanta experience in respect to building a company, and bring along with that any kind of advice you have for the listeners that are thinking about starting companies?
Certainly. Yeah, so I was honored to be part of ATDC back my first year out of school at Georgia Tech, and even was right down the hall from you. So it was awesome to be around all the people that are making this ecosystem happen. And I've just gotten so much knowledge and learnings from Atlanta. I think it's an amazing place to start a business. It's an amazing place for mentors, for hiring, for customers. I think that it's one of those things where you get in what you put in, and this ecosystem has a lot to offer new entrepreneurs, new businesses, growing businesses, and we couldn't have had the success we've had starting this business in any other city. And the people that we've had as part of our company, either formally or informally, has just built this organization to what it can be. And I think there are some other great cities out there, but Atlanta has its unique offerings, and they just so happen to line up really, really well with what we've done. And I think there's a lot of opportunities for other companies to have the same type of events.
I have time for one more question, and I think our listeners would be interested in what you're thinking about in the way of investment. Are you out there yet looking for a certain amount of money, or is that time to come down the road?
Yeah, I think that's time to come down the road. Right now we seed funded the company internally from the founders. My co-founder is a gentleman named David Cummings, who many of the people in Atlanta know, and David's had a lot of successes, and so we've been afforded the opportunity to launch this business with our own capital and get to revenue and get to some successful milestones. But we're not shutting the door on any opportunities and are open to seeing how things unfold. There's pros and cons to the capital raising marketplace, and certainly if it is deemed that it's right for our business, then we'll pursue those. And at this time, we're just kind of heads down building product and creating customer satisfaction events. And so that's where we're at right now. But I think that there's certainly opportunities on the landscape for those sorts of things if they are what the business needs.
So the finals are open to everybody in TAG and beyond, and they're being held at the DeForest Center on May 24th from 4 p.m. till 8 p.m. Usually our people that have attended that in the past have come in the daytime. It's been a morning event or a noon event, but this year we decided to mix it up a little bit. So people listening in, hopefully you'll be out and cheer on your favorite companies. And Kyle, good luck to you in the finals, and thanks for joining me on Tech Talk.
Tina, thank you very much. Have a great day.